Well, good morning, everyone, to another episode of In the Shop. And I want to start off by thanking all the new subscribers. I really do appreciate it. If you like the video, even if you don't, hit the like button. That'd be great because it does help the channel out quite a bit. So anyway, today we got a special project. We got a 2009 Toyota Corolla, and it's running rough right now. So we're going to get the vet out and bring the Corolla down. Hopefully I don't just take off and forget about my project today and come back maybe 12 hours later after a nice little drive. Yeah, that's probably not going to happen. So anyway, let me back it out, get the Corolla down, because we got some work to do. Today I'm going to be using the Zurich ZR15 code reader. Okay. P300, 304. Wow, we got misfires on all cylinders. I don't think it's going to be coils, but we're going to test those first. Let's start this up so you can see what it's doing. Okay, what I want to do now is test the coils, and I want to make sure that I'm getting good spark to the cylinder. I'm pretty sure that I am, but what we're going to do is we're going to remove the lead to each coil pack, and there's 4 of them on this, and we're going to see if we can detect whether or not that cylinder is dead, meaning we're not getting any spark whatsoever. So let's rule that out, because we could have a bad coil. I don't think we got 4 bad coils, so I'm still leaning toward fuel injectors. Okay, that one's working. Notice how the engine started to go blah, 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 blah. That one's working. Yep, that one's working. And our last one, and that one's working. Well, after doing the test on the coils to make sure that we were getting spark and that passed that test, I feel confident now that we need to move on to the fuel injectors. So I'm going to go inside, log on to Amazon and order up some fuel injectors for this. So I will leave a link in the description below for those fuel injectors if you have a 1.8 liter Toyota Corolla that you want to work on. And this is for the 2009. So, well, I better go order some parts. Well, I got the parts on order, and they should be here in a day or two. So hang tight. Well, good news, everyone. The parts showed up today, so we can continue on with our fuel injector replacement project on the 2009 Toyota Corolla. Let's get busy. All right, the first thing we want to do is disconnect our battery lead. Our next step is going to be to remove these 10mm grounding bolts. We got to allow ourselves some access to pull this fuel rail out, so we need to get these removed. Now I'm going to go ahead and pop up these wire connectors that go to each lifter. They're kind of tricky. All right. So now that we got our 12mm socket on, we can take this bolt out and this bolt, which holds the fuel rail down. Now there is going to be some fuel pressure on this. I'm going to go loosen up the gas cap. I'm just going to go ahead and remove these completely. Okay, there might be kind of a splash of gas coming out. There is one bolt down here on the side. Okay, so off this fuel rail, there is a metal tube. It goes down, it tucks back along the side of the engine block, and right down in there is a 12mm bolt that we'll need to remove to let that line flex. And that should give us the room needed to remove this fuel rail. Okay, that's going to be fun to put back in. I had to remove that bolt so that this fuel rail will have room to kind of lift out. You don't want to put a bind on it, especially when you're putting the new ones in. All right, that should give us the ability to pull this up now and disconnect our... I'm going to lay these right up here. There is going to be gas that comes out, so we'll need to clean that up. All right, with the fuel rail out of the way, I can get down in here and clean this. Okay, so now I got my 4 new injectors laid out. I'm going to put just a little bit of lube, not much, because you don't want to get the lube down inside the hole here. I'm just going to put a little bit on this O-ring. There we go. I'm going to repeat that process with the other ones. Okay, now that those are greased up, now we can just install these down in there. Now that those are all snapped down in there, I want to verify that my little seals are all pushed down the way they should be. All right, so let's go ahead and tighten up these 2 bolts here. They require a torque. First thing I'm going to do is take my 12mm and just kind of see where we're at. Okay, we're all right. Okay. All right, I think we're good there. So let's go ahead, snap these in. All right, let's get these two ground wires on. And after we get these two on, we're going to cycle the fuel pump and build some pressure up here in this rail since it's now empty. Okay, the next step is going to be, let's cycle the fuel pump, and then we're going to check for any leaks that we might have. And we can hook our battery back up. All right, so now that's all buttoned up. Let's go ahead and cycle the fuel pump a couple times. Then we're going to start it up for just a few moments and come out here and look for any fuel leaks. If we have a fuel leak, we're going to shut it down immediately, okay? All right, so first thing we do is open up the door, get some nice fresh air in here. Okay, now that we got everything buttoned up here, let's go ahead, start the car up, and check for any fuel leaks that might happen here. So that's very important to do. Everything is dried off good, so it won't be hard to find a leak at this point. Let's go ahead and fire it up. Oh, that sounds so much better. So much better. And I do not see any fuel leaks back here at all. And I don't see anything down low either. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to jump in the car and see if that check engine light went away. Our check engine light has gone away. Okay, well, the next thing to do after we make sure there are no fuel leaks, we're going to go back out there right now and double check that. All right, everything looks good. Okay, what we can do now is, well, we can take this beast out on the road and see how it performs. All right, let's see what happens. Looks like we're idling around, looks like we're right around 900 at idle. That's a neutral and park. We're the same. Reverse. Oh, it's running so much smoother. All right, I'm gonna give it a little bit of gas, see what happens. Whoa. 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 I could feel that front left tire grab. Wow. Okay, what a vast improvement this has been. I'm very happy with the outcome of this project. It was very well needed, as you saw at the beginning of the video, how this thing was just stumbling really bad. That's all gone away now. The check engine light is gone. And this was really a pretty simple job. Anyone could do it. Seriously. Why did Turkey cross the road to get to the other turkeys? Okay, now that we're back to the shop, one more thing we're going to do, and that is we're going to pop the hood and just double check to make sure we don't have any fuel leaks. We do not want a fuel leak. You don't want a fuel leak. I do not see any leaks whatsoever down here. All right, everything looks good. All right, well, that is another project in the books. The fuel injector replacement on a 2009 Toyota Corolla. Wasn't that bad at all. Well, I hope you got a little something out of this today. I know I got a better running car. And if you have a fuel injector project facing you in the shop or out in the driveway, I hope this kind of helped relax any intimidation that you might have had about the project. It's relatively simple. Just make sure that you disconnect the battery first. Now, after you get the fuel injectors replaced, always check for leaks, okay? Important. I can't stress that enough. If you do see a gas leak, immediately shut your car off and stop driving it until you get that repaired. Well, thanks everyone for hanging out in the shop today. I really do appreciate it. I'll be back next Saturday morning at 7 a.m. with a new episode. So make sure you tune in for that. Go down below and hit the old like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel out a lot. Hit the old notification bell too so you don't miss an upcoming episode. I'm putting these out once a week. Sometimes I throw one out during the week, so that's why you need to hit the old notification bell. I think it's time that you get out to the shop and be careful. We'll see you right here next Saturday morning. Ooh yeah, gonna take a drag racing.